Factsverse presents. Robin Williams only had one demand for directors, and it'll change how you see his movies. Robin Williams is known as one of the funniest comedians of all time. He had an incredible career playing various roles and all types of people. In the early days of his career, he starred in TV shows including 8 is Enough, Mork and Mindy, and Laugh-In. Later, he began acting in films. Some of his most popular movies include Good Morning Vietnam, Mrs. Doubtfire, Hook, Jumanji, Jack, and Good Will Hunting, among several others. He also lent his voice for popular cartoon films such as Aladdin and Happy Feet. The last 2 credits he had as an actor before his death were Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb in 2014, and also Absolutely Anything in 2015, where he was the voice of Dennis the dog. On August 11, 2014, Robin Williams was found dead by suicide. According to the autopsy report, the cause of death was asphyxia due to hanging. The autopsy showed that drugs and alcohol did not play a part in his death, and he had prescription drugs in his system, but they were all at therapeutic levels. That means he was taking his medication as directed. According to his wife, he'd become severely depressed after being diagnosed with Lewy body disease. It's an umbrella term that includes Parkinson's, dementia, and dementia with Lewy bodies. She says that he was struggling with his condition and was having difficulty coming to terms with it. The world mourned his death, and many people had great things to say about him. Fellow comedian Ricky Gervais told the Huffington Post a story of when the 2 men worked a gig together. He said that there are many new comedians that neither man heard of who was performing that night. Well, rather than sitting in his dressing room until it was his turn, he stood at the side of the stage the entire night. He watched everybody's act carefully, and according to Ricky, he was laughing louder than anyone. That was just who he was. Lisa Jacou is the actress who played Robin's daughter in Mrs. Doubtfire. While filming, the teachers at her school were not prepared for a non-traditional student, and she was kicked out of the school. Lisa was devastated. She wanted to go to school like the rest of her friends, but because of her job, that wasn't allowed. When she told Robin what had happened, he decided to do what he could to help. He wrote a heartfelt letter to the school, asking them to please reconsider their decision. Unfortunately, his gesture was unsuccessful, and Lisa could not get back to that school, but she never forgot how he stuck up for her. She says that he was kind and caring toward the entire cast and crew. Robin's kindness didn't just extend to his co-stars and fellow comedians. He was also kind to strangers. When an actor or actress signs a contract, they often tie a writer in place. That's where they can make demands for what they expect on set. And many actors will ask for things to make them a bit more comfortable or to make their time on set more convenient. Robin always had a writer in every TV show and film he starred in, but it was unlike most. Before signing on for any project, he requested that the production company provide a certain number of jobs to the homeless. He wasn't asking that they get leading roles in the productions, but there were plenty of other off-screen jobs that needed to be filled. Robin wanted to make sure that the homeless who were looking for work would get a shot. The news of Robin Williams' death instantly became international news. People were surprised that such a funny person was capable of suicide. After his death, there were plenty of tributes. Talk show hosts all over the world paid tribute to their fallen friend. Other actors and actresses and even United States President Barack Obama released a statement. In his speech, the president said Robin Williams was an airman, a doctor, a genie, a nanny, a president, a professor, a bangarang Peter Pan, and everything in between. He arrived in our lives as an alien but ended up touching every element of the human spirit. He made us laugh. He made us cry. He gave his immeasurable talent freely and generously to those who needed it most, from our troops stationed abroad to the marginalized on our streets. During the 66th Annual Primetime Emmy Awards, Robin's fellow comedian Billy Crystal presented a tribute to Robin. He referred to him as the brightest star in our comedy galaxy. He was an amazing man, and we still miss him greatly. What's your favorite Robin Williams role? Tell us in the comments, and subscribe for more.